Show you a fun idea how to get your kids excited about eating more fruit. It's an owl fruit bowl. First, you need a watermelon for the body, and you need a pineapple, fresh pineapple, for the wings and the eyes, and possibly 1 to 2
tools that you'll need is toothpicks, a melon baller, a long skinny knife, a paring knife, a V-shaped decorative cutting tool, a Sharpie, a cutting board, and some bowls. Right off like this. But we're going to do soft corners on a square. This is going to be the opening. It's going to be his belly, but it's going to be open so the fruit, you can get the fruit. Okay, now on the top part, we're going to go in from both sides. In the center, we're going to do a little bit of a divot, like a U-shaped divot there. So that's what we're going to be cutting out of the watermelon. Alright. Okay, once you get down to your bottom line here, we're going to put the knife down and we're going to get our V-shaped decorative tool. Now, we want the top point to be facing up because this is going to kind of represent feathers of the tummy. So, we'll just stab it in, and you just kind of there, stab, dig our knife in, and we'll pull it all watermelon ball. You have two sizes. You have the small one and the big one. I like to have, you can do whatever, but I like to do big ones. But you just work it into the meat of the watermelon, and you have to empty the watermelon completely. After you get all your melon balls out, right here, you want to scrape the insides because you want all that root. We have our 2 owl eyes that are going to go on it right like that. So, we have our owl. Okay, and we're going to stick these together, and these are going to be the start of his eyes. With the rest of the orange, we're going to wedge it, if I can. And now one of the wedges leave big into a quarter. But here's 3 wedges for his talon, 1 foot. Here's 3 wedges. We want to do it at an angle. And eventually we'll attach that to this. Alright. Now, don't worry about leaving all that or making sure it's real clean cut, because what we're going to do is we want to save as much as the outside for the wings. We're going to cut it in half down into 2 pieces here. So now what you need to do is to take your paring knife and you need to kind of cut the meat out. Like this. Because all this meat is going to be used to put back into your fruit bowl, along with your strawberries, blackberries, and watermelon. But it'll have to come out in small little chunks. Like so. I'm going to set that aside. Now that you cut out the meat and the pineapple, we have 2 halves. We're going to take our knife and we're going to kind of cut the corners off so they are rounded. Because now we have ourselves, because we need a little bit of a brow for the owl. So just like as if you're slicing with the nose, because you got to work the eyes around the nose. You don't want to put an eye on and the nose be over here. So we're going to take your toothpicks and you're gonna line it up on your little U there, if you can see that. Okay, let's do that again. We're gonna stab that in there and break it off. Next, we're gonna put on our eyes. Now, we can have them hang down a little bit, that's okay. But we just want to make sure our nose is there, our beak. So we're going to put 3 toothpicks in here. Kind of put them at an angle, but dig it into both the pineapple and the orange slice. Make sure it's good into the watermelon. And then you can break off your toothpick. You can either use a blackberry, a blueberry, or a grape, or some, some dark little fruit. And you can take off one of your broken pieces here. And we're going to stick it through. And then we're going to add that to the center for a pupil. Now we're going to attach our wings. So we're going to set it right here, kind of next to the side, and just like everything else, pin it, but put your thumb on the inside. Be careful not to stab it though. And I would leave a little bit hanging out. Don't let go because it's too heavy for that one toothpick. So we need to get another toothpick back here. Get my hand in here so I can push against it. There we go. Put your hand inside the watermelon wall like this so you can brace it. Eyebrows. We're going to stick them in there and we're going to pin them in so we get our crazy looking little owl. And use just some of that meat and you can just shove it right in like that. Take your knife and trim them just maybe a little bit shorter to go underneath. Now we need to put our little feet together. So we're going to get our 3 orange slices that we made earlier. And just set them together like this. And you can kind of fish a toothpick through all 3, kind of keep them together. And then from there, you just set them down there. Just kind of separate the toes a little bit, kind of set them to the side. A couple strawberries. Couple pineapple.
Now, if you fill this belly up full, you can put some of your extra fruit down around the bottom. So here is our little owl fruit bowl. How cute is that? And then you can put your extra fruit, put in a bowl, because once it empties, you can refill it again, because kids are going to love it.
Did you come out of an owl's mouth? Because you were a hoot.